Without a doubt, Rick and Morty has the most dedicated fan base ever. This is, of course, thanks to its twisted sense of humor and amazing storylines. But just like every other show, there are some flaws and mistakes in Rick and Morty that made it to TV. So guys, here are the top 10 mistakes in Rick and Morty that some eagle-eyed fans noticed. Giant virus. Before we get into the virus mistake that occurred in the show, we need to mention that Rick and Morty is certainly one of Adult Swim's most excellent work. Dan Harmon and Justin Roiland's animated series has taken the show up to a whole other level, and for plenty of reasons. From the hilarious characters to the ridiculous writing that quickly makes you addicted. According to you guys, why is this show so universally popular? Let us know your thoughts about this one. Now, during the episode Anatomy Park, Rick sends Morty inside the body of a homeless man. So Morty goes inside this man's lungs, and what we're seeing is Morty's about the same size as a single alveolus, which is roughly 200 micrometers. And after Morty leaves the lungs, the virus hepatitis A appears and strikes. What's weird is that hepatitis A is a giant. It goes above Morty, and if we compare it to the viruses, in reality, there's just no sense in the size the creators of the show used for the virus. Ricks. For quite some time, the Council of Ricks was the cause of most of Rick's events. The Ricks came all together to run the operations of the infinite Ricks from endless realities. Now, according to many fans, the Council of Ricks never made any sense, and the reason for that is because it was made up of Ricks. How can others not feel the same way? They were all Ricks, right? Crombopulous Michael. While there are so many mistakes in the show, we must agree that the writing is amusing and existential. One of the best parts of this show is without a doubt the writing. It is original, imaginative, and it often takes risk by going way too far. Usually the comments that the characters make are in some way inappropriate and unapologetic. Now we all know that Rick makes a good living by building and selling weapons to many individuals from different realities. And if you remember, one of his customers was Crombopulous Michael, a rich guy and fellow competitor to the former Galactic Federation. Morty randomly killed Michael when he was driving the spaceship. Michael was on his way to kill Fart, a gaseous alien whose purpose was to kill all non-gaseous life forms. So who hired Michael? This question left viewers confused, and the show never addressed this issue. Rick's car. While watching the show, you get the feeling that Rick is highly intelligent, but he often makes weird choices and loves to get intoxicated. So in the end, he's not the smartest guy in the universe. Rick often makes terrible choices that threaten everything, from his family to the world's population. He's done some of the most outrageous things in the universe. And we mean this, literally. Now, in this episode, named The Ricks Must Be Crazy, Rick is having some struggles with his car battery. After popping the hood of his space-traveling vehicle, he explains that his battery is really a microverse, is a small universe held within a box. Rick has developed life inside his microverse, and he's given them tools called Google boxes. So when you stomp on these things, you're producing energy. However, instead of providing energy to support the requirements of civilization, the Google boxes send the majority of the power to Rick's car. The problem is the inefficient way of harvesting the power of a microverse. As we said, Rick collects energy by taking a fraction of the energy produced by stomping on the Google boxes. This stomping is a part of the energy used to run his microverse citizens alive, so it is a fraction of the energy contained in the food that people consume. And the food is made by harvesting a fraction of the energy of the nearest sun. Rick's depression. So yet another issue in the show is Rick's depression. His mental health issues are mostly the cause of everything he does. But Rick has no idea that he's depressed. He is not accepting his own flaws, is hurtful, and leads to many of his biggest frustrations. No one understands why, but Rick appears incapable or reluctant to see his own problems with depression. Summer's involvement. The relationship between all the characters in the show is a little silly. Most of the characters are sarcastic, honest, and fairly funny in their everyday life. Morty is the delicate grandson of the evil scientist Rick. Rick is not the best grandfather, as he's always plotting and pulling a resistant Morty with him. All of that while drinking plentiful amounts of alcohol. Their relationship is slightly hostile but friendly. Beth and Jerry have 2 kids. Morty is their youngest child and is often mentioned in the series alongside his grandfather Rick. However, Beth and Jerry have an older daughter named Summer, who also plays a notable role in some episodes throughout the show. For plenty of ideas, Rick is focusing on Morty, and Summer is only hardly allowed to join in their game. Her involvement in the adventures of Rick and Morty is, without a doubt, confusing. Miss Sanchez. As one of the 2 lead characters in the show, Rick is a great factor in his family, but being gone for 20 years created some problems with Beth. The fate of her mother is even a bigger problem. To be more precise, her fate is something that has never been thoroughly discussed or resolved. Rick and his wife divorced shortly before he disappeared. So, who is she? Where is she? The show hasn't explained this issue, and according to some fans, it simply doesn't make any sense. Dangerous Adventures. As one of the smartest characters ever created for TV, Rick is presented wonderfully. But he too makes mistakes every now and then. What's really amazing is that Rick and Morty have proven to be one of the best animated sitcoms in recent concepts. It quickly moved from cult favorite to global success, with plenty of guys wearing their favorite Rick and Morty t-shirts. Rick Sanchez is the smartest man in the cosmos, and he travels on many critical adventures in infinite universes. And we often see the teen Morty accompany him on those turbulent adventures. So how smart it is to take your teenage grandson on such dangerous adventures. Why does he need to take a kid? Can't Rick find someone else for this matter? Oh, he also doesn't care that Morty misses school, and during their adventures, he says that Morty slows him down and holds him back. We really can't see the point here. Can you? Error. In The Wedding Squanchers, the Smith family visits the wedding of Rick's close friend, Bird Person. When the ceremony ends, we can see everyone chatting with the wedding guest. And during the episode, Bird Person is talking with Tammy and then walks away. What was weird here is that a casual wedding guest is holding a drink, but the glass doesn't stay in the background of the shot. It looks like the drink phases within Bird Person as he walks in front of the guest holding it. According to fans, the animator intended to animate the drink and put it on a background layer, letting Bird Person walk in front of it. But mistakes happen to anyone, right? The Ice Cubes. It was way back in 2013 when Rick and Morty premiered on Adult Swim and quickly garnered a huge base of fans who became captivated with the show's dark humor and sci-fi scenarios. Created by Dan Harmon, Community, and Justin Roiland, the show's story is about the crazy adventures of mad super genius Rick Sanchez and his humble grandson Morty Smith, both of whom are voiced by Roiland. Now, during the episode Rick's Potion Number 9, Jerry is about to give relationship advice to his son in the family kitchen, and Rick reacts. While revealing that Jerry isn't the best person you can get a piece of advice from, because of his experience with marriage, Rick goes to make a glass of orange juice. He takes a glass, then takes some ice cubes from the freezer, and finally pours himself some juice from the fridge. But in the next shot, you can see his glass of juice without ice. Have you guys noticed such an error in the show? Let us know in the comment section below. If you enjoyed our video, make sure you subscribe to our channel so you never miss any of our videos in the future. As always, thanks for watching.